Today's mission, should I choose to accept it, is a bit of solo wild camping and testing out the Wild Country Helm Compact 110. However, things haven't gone quite to plan. A few hours back, I got my knickers in a twist and I wasn't even going to come today. But I made it out and I'm on familiar ground. There's an old saying that familiarity breeds contempt. But on this occasion, it brings confidence and comfort. I'll go and find somewhere to pitch, then I'll tell you all about it. That is a beast of a tent. I'm glad I've not had to lug that up here. Oh yes, home sweet home. That's about it. Bang on time, 20 to 9. Not much wind, but that's not going anywhere anyway. Ooh. So one of the biggest concerns that people that want to start wild camping have got is how do you cope with some of your fears. So that might be, are you going to get caught or asked to move on? Or are you likely going to be visited by wild animals in the night? What about the strange noises that you hear? What happens if you don't like it? You want to go home in the middle of the night? There's loads of different things that just could give you that little bit of nervousness or make you feel uneasy. So the first few times that I went camping, I had exactly the same concerns and fears. Slightest little noise in the night and you're jumping up, wondering what it is. But after a while, all that sort of thing stopped bothering me. Back when I had a normal life, going to work 5 days a week, coming to places like this on my own gave me the solitude that I needed, and it allowed me to recharge my batteries. And then going to full-time YouTube, solitude sort of became the norm. It became quite a lonely place. And then I was craving, being out with other people. So, I had a few, let's say, concerns a couple of 3 months back. And I've not been solo camping since. And then the last few times I've been going to come out solo camping, I've had these little anxieties about doing it. It's been a couple of times I've had my kit all ready to go and then last minute I've bottled it. And it's not because I'm scared of being on my own or anything like that. It's there's something about being alone, I think, that I've not been enjoying at the moment. So today I was supposed to be going somewhere else and didn't because I had a few of these anxieties. And then Joe said to me, Why don't you go somewhere that is familiar, somewhere that's you're comfortable with? If you need to come back home, but just go out and have a walk. You haven't got any pressure to put on yourself. Just go out and enjoy it. So for me, I've been here before. I know that if for any reason I want to go home, just pack up and go home. But I feel comfortable here, feel confident here. So that's the one thing that I would suggest to anybody that's just starting out. Be comfortable with the place that you want to go camping with for the first time. Go and park up and go for the day, have a walk, scout some places out where you know you can pitch your tent. Have a backup plan if somebody else is already there. And then, if it's not too far away from your car, you've got to make sure that you've got somewhere safe to park your car so you're not worried about that. And if you know it's not too far to get home, if you do tap out for a reason or something does concern you, you can safely get back to your car and go home. You haven't got to prove anything to anybody. Just take your time, do it in your own time. I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm hearing noises now. Owls, I think. Just look at them colours. Dropped on lucky. This ain't gone to plan either. I was supposed to be cooking something decent, but we just got a dehydrated meal. I bought the stash to give that a bit of a run out though. I'm not sure if I've shown my lighter yet. I'm not sure what it's called. It's made by Soto, like a little jet lighter. This is pretty cool how you fill it up though. You don't need lighter fuel. Use your gas. That screws onto there. And then there's a little hole in the bottom there. Basically, just a couple of seconds, and there's a bubble in there so you can see how much gas is in. Plenty in there now. My eyes aren't what they used to be. Where's fill line D when you need to know? Bit of a trick if you can't read the labels. Get the zoom going on your camera. That's half an hour after sunset. Gorgeous. Glad I came out. Although, tea at home might have been a bit better. You don't get that from the sofa though, do you? But pushing through sometimes when things are a little bit uncomfortable. The satisfaction that you get at the end of it makes it all worthwhile. So you can sit at home and do nothing. And you can put yourself out there and find your own little adventure. Anyway, this video was meant to be testing a tent. Let's get back on track. Not a bad little window. It's quite a nice amount of space in here. If I was in just a single hoop tent, this would be like much lower down. So when I'm laid down, I'm not going to have the inner more or less touching my face. Bit messy, but loads fit in that pocket down there, look. There's an empty one behind me for my phone and stuff in a bit. So I've got my wide thermarest in. And there's still a little bit of room either side. My packs there, stove, shoes. So this is the one-person version of the Helm. I know a lot of people like to go for a two-man version, so they've got a little bit of extra space, but it's worth noting that the Helm 1 is actually sturdier in windy conditions than the Helm 2. The Helm 2's got bigger panels, so they tend to flap a bit more than in the wind. Bigger targets and bigger surface area, so this is it's more streamlined, it's definitely sturdier in the wind anyway. Not that it's getting much of a testing today. So one of the things that people worry about or fear when it comes to starting wild camping is the gear going to be up to the job. So this tent, for example, will cope with 95% of all the conditions that you're ever going to get in the UK. Unless you're going out in extreme storms, really heavy snow loads, conditions that you don't really want to be going camping in anyway, unless you've got some kind of specialist kit. So something like this will definitely keep you protected from the elements. Obviously there's other tents out there that will do equally as good a job in the wind and the snow. I don't think there's much though for this kind of price range. If you want to spend a little bit more money, you can definitely get something that is more suited for some real extreme four-season camping. Right, I'm going to get my down. Let's see how this copes through the night. Just gone 20 past 5. Sunrise is 5:28. So I might go out and have a look. Look at that. What a stunning morning. This is like a dream for those people who do the colour grading. You're getting it straight out of the GoPro, mind. Right, let's have a quick tent check. We've got no condensation this morning, which is great. I did have this section here open a little bit though. To be fair, there's no moisture or dew this morning anyway, so that's going to help. There's room to make a brew in here, but why would I on a morning like this? No point in boiling any more water than I need. Don't want to waste gas, do we? Camped here quite a few times. Every time the morning's been claggy. It's not so familiar after all, is it? So I was woken up a couple of times during the night. A few noises around the tent. I'm guessing that there's some kind of wildlife living in these holes. Could be hares. I don't know. And then around 5 o'clock, the grouse with my alarm clock. They make a right racket. These are things you've got to get used to when you want to start wild camping. Really glad I ended up here. Everything's just been perfect. But it's not always that way. The films that you see on telly and on YouTube, you only get to see the bits that we want you to see. So you might not see when we're scared, or when we fall over, or when we just don't fancy it and pack up and go home. We might not bother putting that video out. It's alright to do that. There's loads of People that go wild camping on a regular basis and have done for years, they're not feeling it or they're not enjoying it. Just pack up and go home. Yeah. As I said, you've got nothing to prove to anybody. And at the end of the day, we're here to enjoy ourselves, not to put ourselves through torture. Well, that's not why I'm here anyway. That must be what I look like if I was tall. The Helm did a great job last night. Not that there was much of a test for it, but it's nice to be able to have plenty of space and to get undressed and what have you. Terra Nova, still got a few left if anyone's interested. I'll leave a link in the description below with a discount code. Right, so you lot have had your share on this one. The rest of the morning's all mine. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.